Welcome back. Happy, what's today? Friday, the 12th, 3/12. Hope everybody doing well. It's Mr. Mental Health. Man, I'm excited though. About the whole mental health movement and where it's going. Like I said, I started in some groups doing some Q&A on A&M campus and starting to take off. And I got some people that's excited about it, students especially. Today's topic though, topic that has affected pretty much everybody in my opinion. Hurt people that hurt people. And has it become normalized? And are there anything that we could do moving forward to where it ain't just like it ain't so normal, because we've all done it. Everybody has been hurt and probably didn't seek any help or any type of consultation or anything. They just went back into another situation and treated the person that loved them how the other person treated them. Not saying everybody has done it, but a big part of society operates under that umbrella to hurt somebody else that hurt because they hurt. So I did some research on it, like, man, how big is this? And it's huge though. But some of the issues are so alarming. And like I said, I like to keep my notes because then I get off topic big time. But I read that this is so key of the why. Like, hurt people tend to mistreat or act harshly towards others, especially those close to them, because those are the people who they feel the safest and most secure around. So the thought process of that is like so alarming. You're gonna hurt somebody who love you and close to you because they care and love you, and they gonna okay it. Like, so I'll do it and I'll do it again. So in my opinion, because I think at times, the whole mental health walk and everything we do can become a selfish act. I think everybody has or has had some type of selfishness in them, regardless of what the situation is. And I think this is so selfish because you're taking it upon yourself to, I'm going to hurt this person because of this. And because they okay it and they're close to me, I'm safe, I'm secure, then it shouldn't affect them. And I think that is wrong. And we have to fix this though, and it's easier said than done. Anything that we do, I like to use the word we, because I'm not exempt from any of these issues that I ever bring up, but we have to do a better job at recognizing before it's about to happen, or before you're about to say something, or before you're about to do whatever you're about to do, that you could affect everybody involved with this type of risk of tearing somebody down or hurting somebody. So I was looking up what are some ways, and I ran across a few. It says, on how to deal with these type of people, because it takes something to deal with these type of people. Because you could either, step away and, be done with it altogether. And some people choose that because they choose their sanity over dealing with this type of behavior. And then you got some that, let me stick around to see if we both can weather the storm. And if I can get he or she past this, then our relationship can be this much better and this much tighter. And, I think one of us just recognize the offense of what it is, whether it's intentional, unintentional, whether it's a misunderstanding. Listen to what your heart tells you, basically, in this situation. Usually your gut reaction is just a good indicator of what it really is, what you really think it is. And that's usually, how people operate. They use their gut. You shouldn't operate off emotions, but your gut should tell you, like, yo, it's time to bail, or let me see if it's a misunderstanding. Because a lot of people, man, this stuff stems from childhood, on how to effectively do anything, based on how you were raised or how you thought your parents raised you, or if it's correct or incorrect. That's what it was. But those type of ways have carried you. It shaped you who you are, whether good, bad, or indifferent. It shaped you, and now you're on your own, and now you're trying to function in society and deal with people who may have dealt with their stuff or operate differently. But y'all come together, and it's hard to keep that bond if both of y'all are not open to getting to, like somebody was just saying, they like conflict because it allows y'all to get to some type of resolution. And if y'all not able to get to some type of resolution, then, there's no way that y'all could, be together. So we got to find a resolution for this. Another one is resist the tendency to defend your position. If you determine that you need to confront the person or whatever it is, then, if they defensive or hostile, there's no way. If you're always defensive about a lot of stuff, there's no way that you are ever open to any ideas to better yourself, because you're not listening. You still, that's the selfish act in you. You still saying it's somebody else. You still yelling. You can't get it covered. You ain't gonna never get nothing accomplished arguing or yelling at somebody, because it instantly takes it to the next level. Like, you're not gonna yell at me, I'm not gonna yell at you. But if you yell at me, I'm gonna yell at you. Man, this is deep. Give up the need to be right. You don't have to be right in these situations. You can be wrong. There's nothing wrong with being wrong. I think it takes probably some soul searching, some self awareness, some humble pie. But you're not always wrong. And as bad as you always want to be right, you're gonna be wrong sometimes. Respond, don't react. Just pause long enough. Sometimes silence is so important sometimes that you don't say anything. You just take it in. My father was a big advocate of think before you react. Same thing right here. Respond, don't react, but kind of like take it in. Create personal limits of what you're going to allow. You don't have to stand for any of this, though. It's your personal power. It's your personal mental. It's how you feel about it. You don't have to take any of this. I think that's a big part. And don't let somebody target you, with their anger. People will target you with their anger and feel like it's okay to address you certain ways. Like, you have to stand up for whatever you believe in. What you believe in is what you believe in, and whether somebody like it or don't like it, that doesn't matter. You stand up for what you believe in, and then realize that if even if someone has hurt you, that need not to take away your personal happiness. So find a way to operate under both worlds. Like, you're living in a world where this person is blatantly attempting to attack you and your character or whatever, and attempting to hurt you. But you're in charge of your own attitude, your own responses. Everything you do, you're in charge of it. You control everything, and don't allow somebody to tell you what you can and can't do. What you do is what you do, and you need to stand. You need to stand firm on that. But hurt people that hurt people is a very interesting topic, because it happens all the time, and it's like a revolving door. Man, why did you do this? And you think about it, like when you really sit down and break down like some of your issues, you realize, like, and if you don't, I feel like you need to. You realize how much harm you done caused to somebody else. The same thing with me. Like, I recognize some of my relationships and some of the stuff I did, and it hurt them. And sometimes you don't even know it, though. Like, you unknowingly do stuff, and then you realize, like, ooh, I should have either called it all off and went my separate way and not be selfish, because it always boils back to the S word, which is being selfish. And we got to find a way to where you're not constantly being selfish, because the whole thing, you want your cake and eat it too in a lot of situations. And I think it's unfair to everybody involved. So it's kids involved, it's families involved, it's finances, it's investments. It's a lot of stuff involved. And, you know what I mean, sometimes you want to risk it all, but is that risk worth all of it? You know, and why not figure out a way to go a different route? Whether it's the you don't want to go out that way sometimes, but sometimes that's the best way. Like, you give the person the option to make a decision on what they get to make a decision on versus you choosing it for them, and now it has to go this way because of your own behavior. So hurt people that hurt people. We got to find a way to, you know, and these ain't, you know, all the answers, you know, but I think conversation should be had, dialogue. I think I would love to get together with like men and women who has hurt somebody for us to talk about it. Like, what did you do that you could have did differently? And when you did it, did you recognize it, or you didn't care because that person hurt you? And I think that we if we can get to the root of that and start having some type of dialogue amongst each other, because it's, you know what I mean, it's genders, you know, our genders, this gender, you raised this way, we raised this way, but it always boils back to can you treat a person how you really want to be treated? And, you know, and I think a lot of times, you know, that's missing from effective relationships. That's really missing, treating somebody how you want to be treated. And we all are guilty at some point in time. And some people move differently from others. They have found a way to fix the problem. Some people in between, and some people just don't understand their actions. Is the reason, you know, some people react all the time. So yeah, check out my video. I hope y'all have enjoyed and been enjoying some of this content. This stuff needs to be talked about, you know, and it's layers to a lot of topics, and I've jotted down a lot of stuff. I think of something like, boom, let me take notes. And hurt people, it's a big umbrella on it, because it focuses on gender, it focuses on sexuality, it focuses on a lot of stuff that we deal with is the reason to the hurt. And then you go back and, you know, you do it to the next person. So it's a lot of layers. So I leave a lot of my topics to where I can come back and, you know, address it. But thank y'all for checking it out and sharing, you know what I mean, viewing. But it's a topic that we need to have. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank you again. This is Mr. Mental Health. I'm out. Y'all enjoy. Be safe. God bless.